Greetings and welcome to the Culture Ward, where we dissect and dismember pop culture in all its forms. Before we begin, please take a second to hit that subscribe button and help us grow the channel. Join the conversation in the comments below, and don't forget to like and share the video if you enjoy the content. Thank you for joining us once again for the weekly wrap-up, where we dive into some recent pop culture news without exerting too much effort. As always, let us know if there's any important stories we missed. Now let's get into it. American Eagle. Is that a clothing company? Apparently, American Eagle Outfitters was founded by Jerry and Mark Silverman, with the first store opening in Novi, Michigan in 1977. Originally, the brand was focused on outdoor leisure apparel, such as clothing and accessories for activities such as hiking, camping, and mountain climbing. Throughout the 1980s, the company experienced steady growth, amassing 137 locations in 36 states by the end of the decade. However, growth slowed and they experienced financial troubles in the early 90s, so they sold the company to new owners who shifted the company focus to casual clothing, selling private label clothes. This new direction turned out to be a success, with American Eagle continuing to grow for most of the next 30 years, today boasting more than 1,100 locations across the globe. I remember this store from my younger days when shopping malls were still dominating the retail landscape. Never really my style. I was never much of a preppy Abercrombie & Fitch county seat kind of guy, and I never really heard or hear people talk about American Eagle as a brand. It just never seemed to have a huge pop culture footprint. Honestly, if I thought of them at all over the last 30 years, I thought they were probably defunct, like so many other mall-centric brands. But nope, somehow they have continued to grow, even as their native habitat, malls, is rapidly disappearing. And all that to say that American Eagle still exists as a clothing brand and retail store chain. And they're still in the business of selling their clothes to the public. In order to maintain and grow their sales, they, like virtually every other company in the world, occasionally engages in something experts refer to as advertising, which is defined as, quote, describing or drawing attention to a product, service, or event in a public medium in order to promote sales or attendance. Now, you've probably seen other companies advertise, usually on those big things on the side of the road we call billboards, or colorful and eye-catching ads in magazines, newspapers, web pages, or, perhaps most commonly, in things we sometimes refer to as commercials, which are short-ish video segments promoting a product, usually seen periodically during, for example, television shows or YouTube videos, if you don't have an ad blocker. And they are especially important during the Super Bowl for some reason. Well, it turns out this company, American Eagle Outfitters, recently produced a series of commercials that, like many other companies have done throughout the history of the medium, features a celebrity to endorse the product, which apparently has been an effective marketing strategy in the past. In this particular instance, they hired Sydney Sweeney, who I'm told is considered attractive by many people, due in part to, well, a couple of things. Sweeney began acting, usually in small roles, in her early teens back in 2009, when she appeared in an episode each of Heroes and Criminal Minds. And she continued getting small roles until her breakout in the HBO show Euphoria in 2019, where she played the promiscuous teenager Cassie Howard, although she was 22 at the time. Since then, she has appeared in multiple films and television shows and has become an important figure in pop culture, notably being named on Forbes' 30 Under 30 celebrity list in 2023. And one of the things that is talked about most frequently is her looks. She's considered conventionally attractive by most standards, and her attractiveness is often inflated due to her own style of body positivity. You see, Sydney Sweeney has never been afraid to exploit her attractive qualities, which itself is a kind of rebellion in recent years. The era of body positivity was never meant to include people who are conventionally attractive, and because Sydney co-opted the movement to show off her own body, she has more than once invited the ire of the TikTok generation. And look, I haven't seen Sydney Sweeney in many things, but she's obviously good-looking, feminine, and healthy. She's also apparently a good, well-rounded person. She was class valedictorian, she was in the math and robotics club, she likes classic cars and even restored a 65 Mustang, which I think you can see in one of the commercials. And she's obviously ambitious and hardworking. Which brings us to the current drama that is breaking the internet and the brains of stupid people. In the latest American ad campaign, Sydney is presented, rather provocatively, dressed in American Eagle denim, and she delivers a voiceover talking about genes, genetics, about how kids inherit their genes from their parents and so forth. And then she makes the pun that she has good genes, Geans, which is the theme of the entire ad campaign. Sydney Sweeney has good genes. Let's take a look at the ads first.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has very genes.
I'm not here to tell you to buy American Eagle jeans. And I definitely won't say that they're the most comfortable jeans I've ever worn. Or that they make your butt look amazing. Why would I need to do that? But if you said that you want to buy the jeans, I'm not going to stop you. But just so we're clear, this is not me telling you to buy American Eagle jeans.
Sydney Sweeney has very genes.
You see what I did there, right?
That's it. Gene puns. Conflating Sydney's good genes, genetics, because she's an attractive and smart and successful lady, with jeans, denim clothing. And oh my God, the outrage. Now Sydney Sweeney and American Eagle are Nazis. They're being called Nazis. So let's take a look at some of these ridiculous statements, shall we?
You guys are complaining about that Sydney Sweeney jeans ad, so I went and saw it. That's Nazi propaganda. Wow. I thought it was gonna be kind of bad. That's gonna be in history book.
Don't forget to boycott American Eagle for their racist shit online, talking about blue jeans and white people. Boycott American Eagle and cancel this person, Miss Sweeney. Cancel for her being racist, for doing Nazi propaganda. Cancel American Eagle.
Should we be surprised that a company whose name is literally American Eagle is making fascist propaganda like this? Probably not, but it's still really shocking. Like, a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman is talking about her good genes. Like, that is Nazi propaganda.
Yep, that got me too. And I don't know why. Maybe because it's just so blatant. I keep thinking that people just are not gonna believe us until we're hung out there, but then even then I feel like they'll be like, oh no, kind of like they are with
I don't even know what to say that hasn't already been said over and over. The cancel mob are getting desperate, I guess. Changing sensibilities over the past several months, a slow but apparent journey toward normalcy, has these rage monsters hungry for a scandal, I guess. And they found it in a blue jean ad with an attractive woman and gene puns. It's kind of a weird situation. On the one hand, they're screeching because a lot of guys, and even women, find Sydney Sweeney attractive. And they don't like that people are paying attention to attractive people again. For years, they've been pushing body positivity on the culture, trying to convince folks that conventionally unattractive people are hot too, including specifically women who are morbidly obese. They tried this social engineering to get people to change their tastes, and they've been supported by Hollywood and the media, who have incessantly decried the male gaze and sought to desexualize women in media. They really don't like attractive people being attractive. On the other hand, they're furious that Sydney Sweeney, a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, attractive person, is claiming to have good genes, suggesting that it's some Nazi propaganda calling for the purity of the Aryan race or something. In so doing, though, they seem to be admitting, at least tacitly, that a blonde-haired and blue-eyed person is some sort of superior specimen, and all the other people that don't have this extremely rare phenotype are lesser. The funny thing is that this ad would work with any attractive person, regardless of their hair, eye, or skin color. Halle Berry, even in her late 50s, is a beautiful woman who obviously has good genes. If the ad had featured her saying the exact same thing, would it be offensive? Maybe, but probably not as much. Anyway, I just don't get the outrage brigade. Don't they realize that stupid shit like this makes normal people roll their eyes in exasperation? People are tired of the constant tantrums from the perennially offended, and it's one of several reasons why there is a cultural shift away from woke and PC nonsense, a return to moderated sensibilities, and even a sense of humor. And while part of me wants to scream at these sad, pathetic woke tards to shut the fuck up and lighten up, the other part of me is saying, let them cook. Their own performative, perpetual victimhood, spewing verbal diarrhea at any perceived slight, just accelerates our return to societal rationality. So keep it up, I guess. And American Eagle agrees. Since this ad drop and the resulting meltdown, American Eagle has actually seen a significant increase in stock value. According to this article, quote, there were whispers of the Sweeney campaign starting July 22nd, and American Eagle stock closed at $10.19 that day. It's now sitting at $11.74 as of July 29th when this article was written. So that was about a 15% increase in stock price since all this stupid controversy began, which also increased American Eagle's market cap by over $400 million. And people are talking about American Eagle a lot. I mean, what more could a company want from an ad campaign? So to all the hypersensitive, perpetually offended people out there calling for boycotts on American Eagle, I say, well played, losers. Keep up the good work. What do you think? Are you outraged that Sydney Sweeney made a jeans pun in an American Eagle ad? Join the conversation in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching the video. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Bye for now. We hope to see you next time in the Culture Wars.